All right. All right, so here we go, guys. Looks like we'll be dropping into Game 3 on Sea of Fortune momentarily. Waiting for the countdown. Looks like, yep, there's the countdown. We'll see you in a minute.
Somewhere between the shores of France and England, this critical battlefield is the stage for a clash of enemy fleets. This idyllic setting will soon be shattered by the thunder of guns and flash of explosions, as only one fleet can be victorious. This is Sea of Fortune. Sea of Fortune is a 48 by 48 kilometer domination-style map with 3 cap points running in a line from west to east. The A cap is on the extreme left, B is in the center, and C is on the far right. The A cap is surrounded by islands, but offers virtually no cover within the cap itself. The aforementioned islands provide plenty of places for friendly radar cruisers to conceal themselves, making aggressive destroyer plays into the cap early in the game very risky and frequently suicidal. A narrow passage past the picturesque castle links Cap A and Cap B in the center. There are only 4 ways in and out of the B cap, 1 in each cardinal direction, and no cover inside. The islands near the cap are commonly used as shelter by defending cruisers, who find themselves in turn the primary targets of enemy battleships. Cap C is possibly the easiest cap for destroyers to contest, but that doesn't make it any less dangerous. Wide open to the north and south with a connecting passage to Cap B to the west, ships caught on the cap by enemy radar have nowhere to hide and must vacate the cap or be destroyed. Control of Sea of Fortune can swing very quickly because of how close the capture points are to one another, and the narrow gap between A and B makes defending one cap from the other almost trivial. Teams that allow the action to shift from a north-south axis to an east-west one may find they have an uphill battle to climb. 18 ships, 2 teams, 1 victor. It's time to play Sea of Fortune.
Welcome to Sea of Fortune as we get started on Game 3. SCCC making a couple of minor modifications to their roster. Excuse me, dropping, looks like Fuzzballs is in a Montana now instead of Yamato. And they've brought, they've dumped one of the Henris and picked up a Worcester. But other than that, they've stuck with 3 Henris and a Minotaur.
So they're going with the no DD thing again.
Hey, it made it work last game. I guess they figured, why not? Let's just stick with it.
Well, and interesting enough on RF, they've actually dropped the gearing.
I see this now.
And they've gone with triple Henri and the Grozovoy, double Worcester, a Yamato, and a Montana. So they're kind of adapting as well. They're like, you know, we need some more HP.
Maybe they're realizing that the double DD is not working against the destroyerless composition here that SCCC has been running.
So RF is sending the Grozovoy, the Worcester. They're headed towards B. The other Worcester, an Henri and a Montana, are headed towards C, and 2 Henris and the Yamato are edging towards A. So pretty even.
Interesting.
Pretty even distribution of firepower and ships from the RF side.
You said the Grozovoy was going to B, right?
Yep.
Well, they're basically going to get B for free. There's not a single SCCC ship that's even looking or sniffing B, so they can pretty much do whatever they want there. We've got both Worcester's Minotaur, Henri, and SFNL's Montana headed over to the 9-10 line, that edge of the map anyway, headed east, as Fuzzballs, Reverend Ross, and Jake from State Farm all headed over towards the A-cap. Both of the Henris well out in front, headed over to the 2 line. Fuzzballs lagging behind, of course, without lacking that speed boost.
So the Groz is going to bag B for free.
Yep,
like you
pretty
said.
much. They're not going to bother. They're not even going to send planes after him.
The Worcester's getting set up behind the island, which I think has been pretty typical. If a team wants B, they're going to go set up behind those islands.
Yep.
But what I find interesting is, again, we talked about the spotting, right? Right now, I can tell you there are 0 ships spotted.
That's exactly right. We have no idea. We have no spotting, no vision on what Rogue Fleet is doing from this side of the map. We know, obviously, we know where the Grozovoy is just by virtue of the fact that he capped B. But beyond that, we caught an early glimpse of Worcester, Montana, and Henri. We see the Montana and the Worcester now, and we saw double Henri and Yamato headed to A. But that's like we caught glimpses. We're just now starting to see the Henri that's edging into the 2 line, calling for focus fire on Legacy as he's spotted over there.
Well, it looks like we're gonna. This whole thing is we're just gonna watch some Henris fight. How's that?
Yeah, it's going to be a lot of Henri versus Henri action over on the far western edge of the map.
Legacy is taking the worst.
Oh,
of this
wow.
trade.
Already getting wrecked. Look at that. I wonder if that was one of the Montana shots.
Oh, Jake from State Farm. Oh, he's down to 4. Again, he's down to 14K.
Goodness, down to 10K already. Just getting pounded.
He is taking a lot of damage. And I assume he's still spotted because they're being...
Absolutely he is. We can still see him. I mean, the range is long. It's probably, what? Yeah, it's 16-ish clicks, 15 and growing. as he basically runs due south, trying to salvage his ship from this early exchange, coming out on very badly.
He's on fire. Under 10K. Montana shells are inbound. This is I don't know. He's in. If these
He was. I will say he was pushed up very far. I mean, he was already on the G line.
Yeah.
So he was being just very aggressive, and we already see Ossium turning around like, nope, this is not happening to me too. So both Henris pushed back very quickly over here on the edge of the map. Back over to C cap. Price's Minotaur just about to edge into the extreme top end of the cap. Well, no, I say that. Yeah, it looks like he's gonna pull the brakes and then reverse into the cap. He's not gonna do this with any kind of cover, unless he smokes. Not yet sure if he's smoke or radar. I haven't seen him use either. I don't remember seeing him use smoke last game. Actually, I know he didn't.
I don't remember him seeing use either.
But I don't remember seeing him use radar. So I'm absolutely not positive which one he's brought. So we'll see what happens. He's about to sneak into the cap there, as it looks like the Grozavoy has charged right on into A, which is a good play from that position where he was.
Yes, the Grozavoy's an A, but this whole fleet over here on the A side has taken a lot. Ossium is under the same amount of pressure before.
Hey, Kami.
Hey, what?
Guess what's coming out for Legacy?
Is it planes?
It's the AP bombs. Yeah,
Oh.
they're already over there.
Oh.
Yeah, they're coming. And there he is. He's spotted now. They've got him. They caught a glimpse of him in H3, headed back towards the center of the map. So the AP bomber strike is in the wrong position. They'll probably go ahead and take it on Ossium just because, well, why not? You're there. Well, no.
No, he's flying right over.
Actually, where did those planes go? Oh, they're getting shredded. That drop is gone.
So those planes, I don't want to say were wasted, but they didn't accomplish any damage,
They
right?
didn't, but they also didn't. They expected him to still be headed south, not back towards the center. I think they caught him in a position they weren't expecting to find him in. Price's Minotaur does bag C very handily. All this SCC firepower at sea with nothing to shoot at, no vision on any rogue fleet ship on the board at all as we cross the as we go 5 minutes gone in the match.
So interestingly enough, Golden Grams, I mean, he's still pretty much sitting where he was spotted last. He's just reversing.
Yeah.
Flying Penguin is slowly inching towards C, but he's already on the way out, already trying to turn around. And Blackhawk is just backing up. So RF is playing very far back from C, which is expected with all the SCCC ships at sea.
Yep.
But really, right now, it's all about map control. The Wooster Get Wrecked has moved from the middle B island to the bigger island, on the west side.
He has.
So he's actually taking fire over an island.
He's radared at the moment. Feifei on the top end of B popped his radar, hoping to maybe catch the Grozavoy. They found Get Wrecked instead, so they're just taking the opportunity to chip him for damage while they can. Mush drops a fighter over Zuko's Grozavoy at the bottom end of A as he puts 2 torpedoes into Legacy's Henri, and there he goes. Mush just using this Hakuryu like a precision scalpel to pick off ships almost at his leisure.
Mush is doing a great job of finding the ships that they've weakened.
Yes.
And picking them up, getting them off the board, right?
Kill securing, as we call it.
Now Ossium has turned back in and he's headed north again. But I'm really interested to see how far he's gonna push after what happened to Legacy. I mean, Wiz the Yamato is out here, but you know how it is shooting at Henris at a long distance
range, yeah.
with a battleship. I wouldn't say it's impossible, but you're not gonna see the big hits as frequently as you would if he's at closer range. Zuko he's doing his DD thing right here between A and B.
He's in that gap between A and B. We had eyes on him a second ago, but the planes have pulled out now. We don't know where he is at the moment. We just know that he's in that general vicinity. Feifei and Freiss now about to push in the top end of B.
And there's honestly no ships from RF that are set up to stop them from getting B. Get Wrecked is still kind of in that little notch that he was in before. The Montana would be able to get shots.
Golden Grams will have shots on Freiss if Freiss gets spotted.
So it's just Freiss. Okay, so Freiss is spotted. He's radared.
Okay.
Let's see what Golden Grams does here. His turrets are looking. His rear turrets just are firing at Freiss. And he is backing up, angling to
Freiss was about to start reversing, but he decided to ram the island. Looks like he takes at least it takes a solid pen there. Wasn't the big citadels that Golden Grams was hoping for, I'm sure.
Here come the front guns.
Theirs were some.
Those are decent hits.
Yep. Bryce taking damage here, of course, but it's not going to be enough as SCCC will bag the B cap.
And it looks like Fryce will be able to back up. Unless these shells right here coming in from Golden Grams. Watch these. I don't... Those are gonna be...
Nope.
Nope. It
Not,
looks
nope,
like...
they're all short.
Looks like Fryce is going to be able to...
Bryce should be able to retreat north here very handily. Zuko's Grozovoy still in the bottom end of A. Well, I'm not sure what he's still doing over there.
Yeah, it looks like he's just kind of holding the cap they already have. It looks like he needs to start getting out here and start getting some, using his ship to get more eyes. Right?
I agree. I feel like Rogue Fleet's not sure what to do with him right now. Now that there's a Mooster and a Minotaur sitting on top of the B cap. I mean, getting him back into B is going to be very, very challenging, and he's a long way from C. He can get to C if he wants. C might actually not be a bad play. He would take him some time to get over there, but I think in Rogue Fleet's position, I might have brought him over there already.
So Wiz, he moved up and took a lot of damage. I don't know. It looks like is he still spotted from your side? Wiz, the Yamato?
We do not have eyes on him at the moment. No. The only ship that we can see is Ossium's Henri.
Okay, because Wiz is down to 25k. So I'm not entirely sure what did that big damage to him, but he is still getting hit by the Wooster.
Halfway mark of the match, SCCC up a ship, up a cap, down about 100 points and closing that gap here on Sea of Fortune.
Ossium is in a very, very bad spot. He is reversing in an Henri, facing down 2 Henris in a Montana.
Yeah,
but there's planes inbound on Jake from State Farm.
All right, now there's Wiz's Yamato again, down at about 20. He's out. You're right. He's about 22,000 HP there. He is spotted again.
Jake is at 6,400 HP. Captain Badgers is trying to finish him off with these HE bombs, but he only has 1 plane left.
Nope.
But
Jake's probably his best play is to pull back to the A line, stay in the back of the map as best he can, or at least stay close to Reverend Ross's HIV so that they can share some AA there.
Here comes Mush. Mush again. We've said
torpedoes. Yeah. Those are going to pass down the side of the... Oh, he's going to take one. Turned while he was reversing.
He turned back around.
No flood, though, I don't think.
No flood. He's not flooding.
Oh, no, it wasn't reversing. That was his bow. Backwards.
He's going to take these as well.
Oh, yes, he is.
Oh.
There goes Mush. Doing brilliant work with the Kuryu again.
Mush is doing Mush things.
So it would seem as SCCC moves out to their first lead of the game. They're doing a really, really good job of taking the early cap disadvantage, taking their time, moving their Woosters in close, bagging the caps that they can, and then basically saying, nope, you are not coming back in here.
And what they're also doing well is they're finding that Henri early.
Yes.
They're punishing it early. So it's not allowing RF to get into what they want to do. They're not having the support that they want on that flank. And it's really causing, it looks like it's really causing RF issues.
Well, and if I'm looking at the map, the Grozovoy was last spotted headed over to the 2 line.
Yep.
Is that right?
Yeah, he is actually on the 3 line.
Ossium just took a big hit.
I feel like Zuko, with those ships at B, has just been kind of relegated to...
I still feel like he would have been better served heading back to C and playing tag with the Wooster radar. Yes, they would have driven him off the cap a bit, but I think eventually he might have been able to bag it, especially if he got able to get some support to push Feifei out of B. I think Feifei's position at B is what's really screwing up RF's strategy right here.
Yeah. Is he still behind that same island?
He's pulled back a little bit, but he's in approximately the same position.
So he's well within being able to keep B.
Oh yeah,
safe.
He's still within radar range of B. He's not right snuggled up to the rock like he was earlier, but he's not far away.
Yeah, I feel like Zuko is not being utilized, like you said, enough. I mean, he's over here backing up behind an island. They're down a cap and 120 points.
Yeah.
Where you said if he would have rotated sooner and he was over at C.
Yeah.
We've all played that game, right?
Yeah.
The jumping into Wooster radar, running out,
Yep.
taking some damage, but coming back in once it's down because you'll have enough time to cap.
Right.
And I think you're right on, he should have been there. Now they're trying to push an Henri into B, and we saw this game 1 where Henri's trying to cap.
Well, I mean, yeah, when you get desperate, I mean, that's what you do. I don't know that it's time for this move just yet, but with 90 seconds on the timer, it clearly feels that way for RF.
So I feel like Blackhawk, what he's gonna do is he's gonna hit that speed boost and just go for that island, right? The same island that the Wooster's sitting behind, and try to get safe.
Well, I'm wondering if maybe do you charge Feifei here? I think that's Feifei has very little support. Well, he's got the Montana. That's about it, really, because the guys on the 3 line will have no shot.
Hey, he also has Mush's AP.
Oh, here come! Oh my lord, the AP bombs again.
Oh,
punishment.
Well, that was half of whatever he had remaining.
Yeah, that was true. That was only half of what he had left.
But RF, I think, again, their Montana. I'm not sure they're utilizing their ships and moving them enough.
I agree.
Early enough.
Yeah, I agree. That Montana is not doing much where he is right now. Well, they don't get much out of Mush's second AP bomb strike there. It looks like a bunch of overpins off the stern. Blackhawk is in B. It holds the points down. It lengthens the game. But all it's really going to doing is costing him his ship in the long run.
See, and I thought what Blackhawk was doing, instead of turning to his starboard side, I thought he was going to go to his port side and try to
use the island as cover.
Yes, get in that island
and point his bow towards the Henri's coming down the 3 line.
Yes.
That would have been a really good play, I think. Would have given those guys some pause.
That's what I thought he was going to do, but maybe the dive bombers. We don't know.
We don't know. Yeah, that's a good point. But with 10 seconds on the timer, this game is essentially over. Yep, here come the GGs as SCCC will claim Game 3 here and go up 2-1 in the match.
So us being the casters and observers, we can see all of this going on, right? So it's very interesting. Like, I think Zuko, I think RF's. I don't want to say it's the reason why the game was, a loss.
No,
but I want to say, he shot down a lot of planes, but he shot down a lot of planes in the cap. They controlled the whole match. Yeah. They never took that DD that they brought for a reason. I mean, they had a reason to bring it and moved it around.
Yeah.
And I really feel that it didn't lose them the game, but it really lost them vision, right? Yes, there's a lot of radar. Yes, there's a lot of planes, but he has the advantage of being the fastest ship, the most maneuverable ship,
the hardest to spot,
ship, and he did circles around A.